Hey guys, it's Lindsay here with Pilates On Demand. Today we are in beautiful Joshua Tree National Park and we are going to do a posture class. This is corrective exercise. We are looking to counter pretty much what we're doing all day long. So if you don't have this, this is good just for preventative, and if you do have this, this will help you come out of it. So the two postures we're looking at is this forward head tilt we're getting, and sometimes it's starting to shift down, and also hyperkyphosis. So the top of your back, your upper back, your thoracic spine is called a kyphotic curve, and it naturally has like a little hump to it, but what's happening is we're getting really in that hump position, and that doesn't look that nice. So we're gonna go over some things that will help you come out of that, and you can totally do this every single day if you would like. So the first thing I want you to do is meet me standing. We are going to hinge forward with a nice flat back. So your abs are strong. Your back is flat like a table. There is no lift through the middle of the back. So reach your chest forward. Notice where your neck alignment as well. So you don't want to be looking forward. You should feel no crunched skin in the back of your head. Rather, you want to feel length through the back of that skull. So then I want you to take your arms straight down in line with your shoulders and open your arms to a T. Draw your shoulder blades muscles together and then release. Good, so when you lift your arms up, you should feel a little retraction, a little tightness, contraction in that upper back. So we are working muscles here. I know sometimes it's hard to feel or kind of confusing when we don't have weights. We have to find that isometric contraction ourselves. The more we practice mind-body work, where we're focusing on mentally connecting with those muscles, the more we're going to be able to engage them. So if you do this class for the first time and you're like, I don't get it, that's okay. Just keep at it, and eventually you're going to start to feel it more and more as you practice your awareness. We're going to do 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Good, meet me all the way down on all fours. You should not only have felt your shoulder blades tighten, but also some work in the back, and that's good. We want to strengthen the back as well. So we're gonna do something called protraction, retraction of your shoulder blades. So your hips are not going to move. You're gonna press the floor away from you and widen your upper back. We're increasing that kyphotic curve. Now, you're gonna open your chest and draw your shoulder blades together. So spread the shoulder blades apart, push out of the floor. If you're really tight, you could feel a stretch there in that upper back. And then you're gonna draw the shoulder blades together and widen the collarbone. Okay, belly is in, hips are not moving in any direction. Chest goes through the arms, and then chest pulls up into that upper back. So this is just great to create mobility in the upper back. It's strength, and it is definitely flexibility at the same time. Okay, 1 more push away and come through. Okay, now let's look at the neck placement. So what I'm seeing a lot nowadays is the head just kind of hanging. See how much further my head is below the rest of my spine now? We want the spine to be pretty much one line. It's gonna have little indentions where our neck and our low back is, but the head, we wanna be careful of falling to the floor. So gaze straight down at the ground without lifting your chin up once you figure out what we're doing. All I want you to do is pull your head back in space like you're pushing the back of your skull into the ceiling, and then release. Pull your head back in space without pulling the chin forward, and then release. So this is going to create some tension and contraction in the back of that neck. And this is taking us out of that forward head tilt position. The more forward your head is hanging these days, the more work this position right here is going to be for you. So when you pull your head back at the top, I want you to pause and just kind of think of squeezing the muscles that are lining that cervical spine. That is your neck, the neck area of the spine. So the head goes down and you're pulling your chin into your throat. Okay, give me 2 more. Head goes down, and then pull your chin back into your throat. Last one. Pull it back into your throat and release. Okay, so now we're gonna get a little bit more intense as far as it being an exercise. You're gonna lay down on your stomach. extension of the spine, stretch and strength. It is meant to open your chest up. If your low back is tight, I want you to take your legs further apart. Your gaze will be straight down to the ground the whole time. Palms face the floor. I want you to draw your shoulder blades together. So when you do that, that should lift the front of the shoulder away from the ground. This is relaxed. This is engaged. Now I want you to stay engaged here. So push the front of your hips into the floor. Lift your chest away from the floor without looking forward. The eyes are still in the exact same position. Then you're going to lower your chest down and not relax the front of the shoulders. So they shouldn't be rounding in, but rather spreading apart. So we're going to exhale, lift up. At the top is where you want to pause and hold. We're drawing the shoulder blades together, which we started with, and we're pulling our chin back into our throat. And then we're going to exhale, lower back down. So you can make this as easy or as hard as you want it to be. The more you're focusing on contracting and working into the muscles, the much harder it's going to feel. But if you're just momentuming through this, momentuming, it's a new word, it's not going to be as hard. All right, so breathe in as you lift up. Reach your fingertips back so those shoulders slide away from your neck. And then exhale, lower down. I'm scratching myself because there are bugs here. Okay, let's do 4 more. And you know what? If you're new to extension in your back, like, okay, 1 or 2 is good, start there and then you build. This is a routine you can do every day. Say you just sat at your computer for like 4 hours and your body's like, okay, it's time. I need to kind of pull myself out of that position. This is where you would come. Okay, last 2. And a final one. Good, hug that back at the top and release. Good work, guys. Okay, come up to a seat. We're going to do a seated lat pull down. So we have no resistance, right? We are creating that resistance. You're gonna bring your arms straight up with your palms facing forward. Bring your arms back in space without popping your ribs out. So I'll show you what that would look like. When you bring your arms back, be careful of sending your chest forward and splaying the rib cage. So this center of your core is really strong and engaged. The arms are gonna bend wide to the side. You're gonna pull your elbows towards each other behind your back, squeeze your lats and your shoulder blades together, and then reach straight up without allowing the shoulders to lift. Pull down, draw your elbows in, and then reach straight up and try to have your arms as far back as you can. So we're getting an opening in the front of the shoulder, which is liking to round in these days. And also, we're practicing everything we've pretty much already worked. So that forward head placement, we're resisting that. The head is pulling back. Good, the shoulders are down away from the neck. And the shoulder blades are connecting towards each other as you pull those elbows down. When you straighten your arms up overhead, I want you to reach your arms so straight that you get a stretch in your lats. Touch the sky with your fingertips and then pull it back down. Wow, I am feeling this. Good, let's do 3 more. For 3. Good, reach it up. And draw it down. 2. So back of the neck is engaged. Pull your face away from the wall you're looking at. 1. And release. Did you feel that, Bear? And in the back of the neck? I'm definitely feeling that. Okay, let's stretch open the chest now. So you're gonna make fists and place your fists together behind your back. If you're tighter, you're gonna stay lower. If you're looser, you're gonna walk your fist up. Now, we again want to open the front of the shoulder. So this shoulder, this collarbone should open up. If you're not able to open the shoulder up, you need to take your hands lower, open the chest, and that's where you need to stay. Sometimes our body is not as advanced or as flexible or as strong as we think it is, and we do something that is just too challenging for the body. We're basically not getting the results we could get if we backed off a little bit and engaged properly. So open that chest up and pull your ribs in. Good. That's my spiel. Okay, right ear, right shoulder. Eyes should look straight forward. Left ear, left shoulder. Good, so we're really hitting every part of that neck. Okay, you're gonna go right your right shoulder and then look down to your right arm. Doesn't that feel good? And then lift it up. Left your left shoulder and look down towards that left arm. Good, and then lift it up. Release, roll the shoulders out. Good work. Open the arms out to a T. Flex your palms and reach through the heels of the hands. Then tilt your heart up while keeping your low belly engaged and start to move your arms behind your back. Good. Breathe here. Good. Exhale, release. Let's circle the arms behind the back. You're going to interlace your fingers. Open your chest up. So we want to peel open the front of the shoulders like we talked about. Bring your elbows closer. What I do not want to see is this. That's not proper. So if that is how you usually do it, let's relearn it. Open your chest, pull the elbows together, close your palms instead of them being open. Once you're able to keep your shoulders off your chest, your elbows narrow, and your palms closed, that's when you can start to straighten your arms. If you can't do that yet, you're losing a lot of stretch. So just try to, back off the stretch from what you're used to doing and come back to this position. Okay, we're gonna take the arms around to the front of the right hip. Pull the elbows together and lift your heart up. And so we're doing a lot of stretching for the shoulders and the chest, because when we're sitting forward and rounding all day, it shortens these muscles. So now we want to lengthen them. Take the fists over to that left hip and bring the elbows together. Good. And then let's lift the chest up. Good, and then release. Okay, final stretch here. You're gonna interlace your hands, bring your hands behind your head, soften those shoulders down, tuck your pelvis and lift up. I want you to just grow 5 inches taller. Think top of the head to the ceiling. Then start to push your head back into your hands. Chin moves a little bit away from your neck and lift your heart up straight up to the ceiling. Slide your shoulder blades together. Create a nice big stretch in the chest. Let's take 3 big breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, final one, fullest breath. Breathe in a little bit deeper, all the way down into that belly, and breathe out fully, let it go. Good, release those hands and shake it out. So another thing that happens when we're rounding forward all day, we're kind of shortening and closing off the space for our breath, for those lungs to expand. So doing this opening should feel really nice, easier to breathe. So this is a short and sweet posture practice. You can repeat it a couple times if you feel like you want to do a couple sets. Definitely can do it every day. It's going to be great to finish or start your day with. My name's Lindsay Bushman. This is Pilates On Demand. I hope you enjoyed your posture corrective class, and let me know your favorite move in the comments or what was the most helpful or insightful for you. Have an awesome day. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys on the next workout.